It had been years since Billy arrived on Sodor. Although he got in trouble on his first day, Sir Topham Hatt still gave him another chance. Like any engine, he learned from his mistakes over time, but he could still be a bit impatient. These days, he mostly worked around the shunting yards along Edward's branch line, sorting empty trucks and bringing them to where they were needed, while occasionally taking goods to the stations. One day, he brought some empty trucks to the China Clay Works. "Thank you, Billy. You got here right on time." "No problem, Boko." The twins were in the area, and they would often make comments. "Indeed," said Bill. "You actually brought them to the right place." "That's enough, you two," Boko would say back. "Billy did a good job today." He turned back to Billy. "Never mind them. They just like to be annoying and cause trouble." "It's alright," Billy replied. In the past, engines traveling along this line would have to take a long route from the yards to the China Clay Works. Recently, however, engineers had built a swing bridge just outside of Sudbury Station. If one engine went over the top track, signs attached to the bridge would stop trains from going through the bottom, and vice versa. Billy would often stop at the bridge and talk to Edward. "Hello, Billy," said Edward kindly. "How are you today?" Billy sighed. Same old, same old. Annoying trucks followed by annoying twins. Oh, don't pay them any attention. That's how they get ya." "Yeah, I understand. Still, I can't help but feel like every day is just the same. I just feel so bored hauling trucks around, and I just want something new." "Oh yeah, I know how you feel." "I don't know, though. Maybe I deserve it for all the trouble I gave Thomas on my first day." "Don't beat yourself up. All engines make mistakes. But it's better to learn from those mistakes, not to dwell on them." "I guess." "Well, anyway, so Topham Hatt just opened up the new extension line. I'm sure he could use all the help he could get. Maybe you should talk to him when you get the chance." "I'll think about it." Billy's driver interrupted. "Come on, Billy. We need to get going on those trucks. And Edward needs to pull his train." "Oh, he's right," said Edward. "But I hope to see you later." "Of course, you too." And Billy puffed along. A few days later, Billy was waiting at the shunting yards. Once again, he was supposed to pull empty trucks to the China Clay Works, but there was a slight issue. "There's a shortage of brake vans across the island," his driver told him. "We're going to have to wait here until a few are delivered from the docks. Those annoying twins are going to laugh at me for being late." It's better to be safe than sorry, but Billy was impatient. "What are the chances we're going to get into trouble this one time we don't have a brake van? Feels like we never end up needing it anyway." Although Billy's driver was hesitant, he didn't feel like arguing with the orange engine. So against his better judgment, he let Billy take his train without a brake van, just this once. But the trucks heard their conversation, and they decided to make a plan to cause trouble. There was a hill on the line between Sudbury and the Clay Works. While not as steep as Gordon's Hill, it was still possible for a train to slide back down into Sudbury. Billy struggled, but he managed to get to the top. It was at this point, however, the trucks jerked out of coupling and broke off. "Oh no!" he shouted, watching as the truck slid down the other side. "Faster! Faster!" the trucks laughed. Suddenly, Billy heard a whistle. Edward was just about to pull out of the station. There was no way the bridge would rotate back in time. Billy whistled back. "Edward, stop!" Edward looked up and immediately screeched to a halt, just in time. Billy slowed down and came to a stop. Luckily, no one had been hurt. Billy, thanks for saving me. No problem. I'm just glad you're okay. Sir Topham Hatt came not long later on board Harvey and the breakdown train. Billy, I'm happy that you stopped Edward from getting hurt. But you should have known better not to pull your train without a brake van. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, said Billy glumly. Edward decided to speak up. Sir, Billy and I have been talking. And, well, I think he's in need of a change. What do you mean, Edward? He's talked to me about how tiring it is to be doing the same work in the shunting yards for so long. And to be honest, I actually understand. I see. Sir Topham Hatt turned to Billy. Is this all true? Billy stumbled a bit at first. Yes, sir. I heard you were working on an extension line and needed help with that. Indeed we do. Tell you what, Billy. I'm going to have you help fix the swing bridge over the next few days. But once it's fixed, I'll have you start with GB, Junus, and Nia on the new line. If Edward of all Legends says you need a change, then it is time I give you one. Oh, thank you, sir.